Geno yowe aguta Museveni no gyawunyedda bulijjo alowooza bintu by'amannyo bino byakusaaga amatama gakankanyedda entegetege zimufampa anti President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine bulijjo ebintu bino bimugamba ngalowooza mbuno bigenda kuba byakusaaga bigenda kuba by'amannyo wenu mbuno tebijja kutuukirira kaakati nno wetutu wokya Aneno za tulaba katambi kano then tutandike bulungi ebigambo byaffe.
Go downhill, yeah, in terms of future, yeah. But the young people have got a future to protect, and they can't expect me to carry the can for them day in, day out. Yeah, we can help because I've got some young ones who I can protect. I can help them on the way, but they can't turn up in big numbers to these concerts. Yeah. People, and then the next day they are called to go on a protest and they don't. Yeah. To me, that really puzzles me a lot. That's what I've got to say at the moment, Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ika. Actually, brought up the youth. That's very, very important. And of course, in Kenya, it was basically the youth that protested. Yes, we're very different, but the thing about the youth in the diaspora, especially, it's a major issue, not only to do with protests, but also how to inculcate the Ugandanness in them, because some of them get lost. But again, I think that's incumbent on the parents, like at least in the US, all these immigrant communities, literally the children speak their languages at home. They speak perfect English in school, but they speak their languages at home. They know, they value their music. They, like they have, they have a lot of connection with the, I guess, the countries of origin, their parents, the culture, and somehow we as parents, have to calculate into the children the importance of their roots in Uganda and to help us fight this battle. Like especially in the protests in Uganda, because obviously many of them are completely disconnected from Uganda. But how do we get them interested? Hey guys, this impacts you as an African, your image as an African. This kind of dictatorship, this kind of whatever, has an impact on how you're perceived, or as Ugandan, or as an African or Black person. If Africa is in a mess, it has an impact on you. So come and let's join these people that are trying to do something. So somehow that's kind of a tangent, and a bit of tangent, but we need to teach our children. They need to educate them about the situation. Of course, we need to educate ourselves, because a lot of us are also not educated about some of the issues. But yes, as you said, institutions, Uganda is very different in many ways. Nothing works. Museveni has hijacked all the institutions, and that's why we need to stand up, and defend them. So thank you so much, Mr. Ika, for that contribution. Now, Mr. Okay, before I go to Mugeni, I'll go to Mayanja. Mayanja, please unmute and say something.
Okay. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Comrade Senyonjo and other comrades, Comrade Docas, and everybody. I will talk about the issue of Kenya demonstrators. People are talking about Kenya and Uganda, but I'm in Kenya. I observed the situation, and I was supposed to be there, but I got some problems. That's why I didn't join the demonstrators. We have...
You can help me with the machine first.
Go ahead,
We've got clothes outside hanging as well.
Go ahead, Mr. Mayanja. I'm muted. Yes, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, I think you saw how the police handled the demonstrators. Can it happen in Uganda? We don't have a police. The police in Kenya belongs to the citizens. But in Uganda, you see the police belongs to Museveni. They are mercenaries. If a policeman killed a citizen here in Kenya, he can cause the whole family and relatives to suffer for his punishment. All are punished, and they are not supposed to get any job in the government or in any public service. That is the punishment for the police. So they know very well, if I kill someone, even my family members, they will suffer. So we don't have army. Here in Kenya, the army belongs to the people. We don't have a parliament. The parliament belongs to Museveni. He bribed the member of parliament and he passed everything. Here in Kenya, it is not possible. We don't have army. The army belongs to Museveni. Most of the army men are machineries. They are from Congo, others from Sudan, others from Rwanda. For us, we are stronger than these Kenyans. And I'm telling you this. And some of the demonstrators here in Kenya are Ugandans. Most of them are coming from Eastern region. They are Bagisu. There are many here. I know them. So Ugandans, we are stronger, but the problem, we have one man's role. Museveni is a military man, a rebel. He can kill 1 million people. You see what happened in campaign. He killed the people. No one talked against him. The UN was observed everything, but they did nothing. So what we need is to mobilize our people to continue supporting the foot soldiers on the ground, to engage the policemen, to talk to them, to teach them to love their country. We can achieve. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Mayanja, for that submission. It's great that you're in Kenya and could share what you observed. And the last point is extremely important. And I think we had touched on it, doctors, before. How do we get there was a discussion about the stakeholders, and I think how we to engage people like the military, the police, to actually at least ensure that at least people go out to express themselves, they're not shot, they're not killed. And of course, I think President sung about this he sang a song about, how it's, this struggle is for everyone, people in the police, including the army, because most of them are living in very decrepit conditions. They don't have housing. They don't, they hardly are surviving. So, I think that is something within us. If we could find a way to engage the police and the army, at least the ones that are Ugandans, to make sure that if they go out, because I saw images of police in Kenya. Yesterday, as you said, Mr. Mayanja, we're not shooting at people or even engaging and talking to people, and sometimes people even aiding some policemen, when they were in a situation. But of course, as you said, in Uganda, first, not only is this institution belongs to Museveni, but the police is headed by military men. Museveni made sure that he puts generals on top of the police so that they can employ kind of war tactics instead of policing. They want to send the police, the commander or the head of police is telling them shoot to kill, shoot to kill, like in war. So Museveni has just so compromised everything in Uganda. Nothing works as it should work. So yes, we need to employ many different means of doing it. But the issue is that we talk a lot, but we don't have any ways of putting it together on paper and then having a coordination team. So I don't know how it can happen, but maybe you people and our friends in Kenya nearby, you could help find a plan on how to put together a plan of how to engage all these forces and encourage our people to do something. So thank you so much, Mayanja, for that input. Now let me ask, I think Mugeni was next and then Paul. Mr. Mugeni, can you please unmute?
Well, Joseph, thank you so much for giving me another opportunity once more.
No problem.
But I want to go back and say a few things about Kenya that I know, because I'm almost a Kenyan, having grown in Busia and shared a lot with everything, because some of us from Busia regard ourselves as Kenyan because all our trade is in Kenya. Now, The difference between Uganda and Kenya is Uganda is a food basket. When they say bread, as in Kenya, bread is food for everyone. In every home in Kenya, if you went there, there will be either wheat flour, ngano, or there will be that bread. And in Kenya, when you talk about kaunga, which is posho, in every home in Kenya, it is kaunga. They are an arid region, semi-arid region. So those prices affect them so much. Uganda people don't care simply because somebody will go and put his vimond, his whatever, his matoke. Uganda's question is always answered by people having what to eat. So when we talk about courage, I think every person is courageous. It depends on what you have touched. And maybe we should continue speaking because we're almost getting there. Courage is going to be there, depending on what people value. In Uganda, we don't even value education because do you need an education in Uganda to survive? The answer is no. In fact, the most uneducated people in Uganda survive better than us who are educated. Now, the educated people, of course, the civil service is still serving them. So when you go to Kenya, the cost of living is extremely hard, such that any taxation affects even the ordinary person because kaunga is eaten by the ordinary person. Bread is eaten by the ordinary person. So these are the things. Now, poverty, which is a standard for revolutions, is beginning to percolate through Uganda. Not until all of us feel that poverty, that we are poor, shall we rise up. So Uganda still, as a country, is a mother nature answers for all of us, most people. And that's why we don't care. But that said, on mobilization, the age in which we are living in is an information age. Make sure we are passing on information. What information are we passing on to our people? Yes, what information are we passing on to our people? Talk about the diaspora. Yes, I heard Mimi says people don't care. Actually, people here don't care. On several occasions, I go to state capital here and people said, I waste people. The Ugandans who are here, same which call us saint, is there wasting time. Then I'm like, I make this money and take it where? I tell them, let's go and talk to us senators. Let's go and take. They tell you, we are making money. And they keep laughing at you who works at that one has time to waste. Somebody tells you point blank such information, he has time to waste. And they're making money. But we are getting there. For me, I have a feeling poverty, which is the lowest common factor, LOCM, is percolating through Uganda. Time will come when we shall rise up. And if a few of us who light candles and stay lighting candles, there's an English saying, which is also true, a candle only burns in darkness. That's my conclusion. Yes, Joseph.
Thank you so much, Mr. Evgeny. That was an excellent, encouraging words. And let's hope the candle percolates, fully very soon, and such that we rise up and get the courage. Again, as you said, a lot of people are being dislocated from the land in Acholi, in Karamoja, in Uganda, in Nyoro. Perhaps that could be one of the, and of course now in Wigi and this wetlands around Kampala. Perhaps that could be one of the kind of flashpoints that get people to rise up. And of course, I understand there was a parliament demonstration coming up. Hopefully something comes out of that. But thank you so much, Mr. Evgeny. And I think we're about to close. I think the next person is Paul. I think Ben, you just spoke. So I think the last hand is Paul, and then Dorcas, please, after Paul closes up. Paul, I think one more last time. I think you just put up your hand. Can you unmute and say what you need to say?
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much.
Ebiri mu bannaffe ab'e Kenya byatandika ng'ebyokusaaga naye bo balinako progress, balinako we batuuse. Neno ne Uganda kitokota kigenda kutokota essaawa yonna. Eno Museveni era atambulira mu kutya kubanga kati abantu amaaso gaazibudde, ate nga n'abadde bamuwaganga bulijjo abazungu abakyeruppe nabo baamuvuddemu, baamusudde eri mu kasero, kati nno ali mu kutya essaawa yonna ekintu kyabaluka kyatika n'ava mu ntebe. ate na Uganda banagana boka stabanasi tukojja kumpulirira embaga kubanga tebbe byabwe birala sibe babe Kenya bo batandika batandise ate nga baguse ensonga very soon. Nolecho tuongere kusabirigana busabiriganyi n'okusabira nsi yaffe atujja kulaba ku nchuka tujja kulaba ku nsensubize n'omukulembeze Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine. Kale mbagala nnyo mwenna abaliko bwe bali kubaako duna Uganda mugira kitafa ata 15 baba kuume tujja kuba tuddamu banywanyi mweraba.